This is Shadow Warrior 3. I also played 2. I'm going to be honest, the character, a little bit strange. His name is a joke. There's a very stereotypical thing about the character. But I'm going to be honest, the gameplay, really fun. It satisfies like a serious Sam Devil May Cry sort of situation because you're constantly shooting and switching to the melee. You even got that Doom animation there where I just like ripped off his eyeball. And then it also satisfies the Ghostrunner thing, because when that game ended, I don't know, left a little bit of a hole. I know in this game you can't really parry, it's not as difficult, but, you know, the parkour, it's there. Now, I'm aware that this game is very old. This is the older version you're seeing now, number 2. I was even thinking about getting number 1, because, honestly, it's a very fun mix. I believe I'm only playing on, like, normal difficulty. But I don't know, it blends the swordplay with the gunplay, and it's kind of like first-person Devil May Cry in some situations. I'm not saying fully, obviously I'm not swiping them up into the air and shooting them to juggle them. That would be really cool first-person. However, this is pretty fun in its own. Now, you are a demon slayer or something. I'm going to be honest, I skipped a lot of the cutscenes, but we are in a cyberpunk world sometimes. So that's added to the list of cool things about the game, you know, like you get this weird future element. For some reason we drive a Porsche 911, pretty cool. And at one point in this story we seem to have a lady in our head. Don't know how that happened. I think she's like in a coma, and then they're using some like old movie style chi bull crap where she's like projecting into our mind, or we're sharing a body. I don't know, I wasn't listening. The doctor was like explaining it when he put her on the table, and I wasn't listening. The point is, back to 3. 3 has this amazing like parkour system where, I'm gonna be honest, it's not like groundbreakingly crazy, but it is incredibly fun and does remind me a lot of Ghostrunner. Oh yeah, and these animations too, where you like do these specials to people. Pretty cool if you save them for big dudes. And it kind of reminds me, I'm gonna be honest, it reminds me of Doom. Really loving it. I should probably actually show you the parkour since I've mentioned it like 3 times without showing it. But, you know, some of it's pretty simple, just, you know, jumping across stuff. Then there's that, running across the walls. There's dashing. I believe later on we get access to a grappling hook, which really opens up like the movement a lot. It's even in combat, the grappling hook is around in places sometimes to help you stay alive. But this is like from early game. I think that ring right there is actually the grappling hook thing. I might have already got it. I left this in here because I just wanted to demonstrate that the animations for when you use that ability on different things, you need to charge that ability, by the way, by killing things. But the animations for when you do that are different for a lot of things. For instance, there's a jack-in-a-box thing. You pull a whole fireworks gun out of it, and it's also, I think, like a punchy gun. It's really weird but funny. Little dudes, you just rip their head straight off. And then big dudes, you take their leg and use it as a hammer. Those blue dudes, you take their eye and you can freeze people with it. I can't remember. There's like a mole as well that drills, and if you take his, you get a big drill. It's pretty cool. It's a little hard to control. It pushes you forward, like pulls you forward as you're doing it, so it's a little nuts. But overall, this game is incredibly chaotic. I'm going to be honest, some of the lines and stuff that are said in it really make me cringe. But then it's sometimes so bad that it's good. So I'm going to be honest about that. The voice acting and lines, not a huge fan. Gameplay, pretty big fan of it. It should also be noted, besides there being absolutely chaotic mobs that get worse and worse as you go along, as in like more and more, and you keep unlocking more and more weapons, you do come across bosses, and this is one that was just kind of wacky, kind of crazy. Wasn't too difficult to work out the attack patterns. I'm going to be honest, this isn't Dark Souls. It's just a lot of dodging to the left whenever he does stuff and jumping off the ground whenever he like slams like that. But he does have multiple phases. So right here, I defeat him, and I think we're done with it. I bring out the big guns, thinking we're done. We're not done. He indeed gets back up. I believe Wang said some cringy stuff about sometimes when you cut a chicken's head off, the buddy runs around or something like that. Long story short, he gets back up. And now we're fighting the legs and the top half, but it is still the same, not exactly the same, but it is still kind of like a scripted movement pattern. That is pretty cool though, that it kicks the ball like that. But yeah, it's just like laser beam on the ground, this thing jumps at you. If he does a certain one, it will jump at you twice. Then he's going to do another pattern, and then eventually I took it down, and there's a moment where you have to sort of like parkour out of the way of lasers to go kill the top half. Now I almost died because I didn't have ammunition to destroy that gold stuff, and even now I'm missing shots trying not to get run over. But yeah, eventually got it. Then you have to parkour past all the lasers and stuff, but this isn't all the game is. Sometimes the game will have moments where, what's the word? You have to get through some tough stuff to like continue. Excuse me. And, you know, every game has that moment where, like, you don't want to do that bit, but you have to. Like, Resident Evil has, like, the child section where it's just like, oh god, I have to do this again. And the next section, this egg goes rolling. This guy takes it and ends up on a raft, and we have to defend it throughout a raft. Gonna be honest. Super annoying, but got it in the end. You know, I'm going to be honest, this is a better representation of what I meant about the parkour being like Ghostrunner. Not exactly, but, you know, it gave me that feeling. We have to swing through here, shoot this stuff off. There's lots of section where you have to, like, get to the very edge, jump, you know, just parkour-y stuff. And it kind of satisfied that, like Ghostrunner thing a bit. Not exactly, I'm going to be honest, no game really is going to be exactly like Ghostrunner. Even Mirror's Edge in its own right isn't Ghostrunner. And honestly, Ghostrunner isn't Mirror's Edge either. I should probably mention that at the same time. Both are great at their own thing. But yeah, this gave me that satisfaction of parkour and all that other stuff. But then we are coming up to that annoying bit I mentioned. And one of the jokes that will probably make you go, what?
Almost there. Almost there.
I see it, Wang. It's in the water. Are you sure the egg is safe?
For the 1000th time, yes. I checked it 3 times already.
That giant cock slapped us around pretty good.
The second biggest I've ever seen.
I didn't know you bred roosters. Weird. Anyway, we can't wait weeks till the
So yeah, if that kind of humor is not really a thing, and some of the things he says is not really a thing, I don't know. I would still recommend the gameplay itself. I don't really watch the cutscenes, but some of them are very much like that. Anyway, pretty good game.
country lawn. Now, start paddling.
About that hot spring. Is there some